Benedicto Reyes Cabrera, or Bencab, as he is more popularly known, is widely hailed as a master of contemporary Philippine art. He was born in Manila on April 10, 1942. Bencab began carving a niche for himself in Manila's art circles, shortly receiving his bachelor's degree in fine arts from the University of the Philippines in 1963. He is a painter and printmaker. He has exhibited widely in the Philippines and in Asia, Europe, and the United States. He has won several major art awards in a career spanning 4 decades. In 1992, he received the Gawad CCP para sa Sining, or known as Cultural Center of the Philippines Award for the Arts.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a wonderful day to witness well-fine art made by Benedicto Cabrera, also known as Bencab. To give you a bit of information about the paintings you're about to see, it reflects to the life of Filipino in a daily basis. You may enjoy this exhibit only here at Bencab Art Exhibit. Thank you.
Sabongero, painted by Bencab in 1986. Bencab painted this because it has lots of cultural perspective in our history. The painting talks about the life of every Filipino man. They entertain themselves by playing cockfight. It was given as a hobby to every Filipino man. Somehow, they gamble as a term of bet for them to survive. Gamble has lots of taking a risk. We Filipinos use it as a strategy. Sabongero is a term for a man who always goes and gambles into cockfighting. This painting symbolizes the true meaning of a Filipino man. It portrays the living of every Filipino man here in our history. Sabong is more than just an entertainment. It is more of a culture here in the Philippines. Cockfighting has climbed to a whole new level. Cockfighting in the Philippines is a booming billion-dollar industry that has not only captured the heart of the entire nation, but also the world at large.
The name of the painting is Woman with Basket. The medium for this painting is acrylic on canvas. The size is 121 over 71 cm or 47.6 over 28 inch. The painting shows the hard work of every woman, even though life's hardship are still able to work for her family. This painting also gives strength to men, because if women can make sacrifice just to feed their families, why not to men who are stronger than women? If you notice the woman's dress, there is also a meaning to the woman's dress in the painting that symbolizes Filipino culture. I will also explain why the woman is on foot in the painting. Because on life, no matter what obstacles you encounter, you can never overcome obstacles for the family. Even if you are hurt, so you can still enjoy the pain. It also implies that we also need to tread on the ground, experience the hardship of life, and once we have reached the pinnacle of success, we do not have to forget where we came from, which symbolizes the wounds we have inflicted on our feet. The woman is also wearing a rosary in the painting, which symbolizes faith, because in life we need the Lord to guide us in difficult tasks and keep us from disaster. And the last thing I will explain is the basket. If you notice, the basket is made of bamboo, We know that Mambo is strong and this is the symbol of our Filipinos. Because no matter what hardship of life, we continue to resist and rise to poverty. That's all I can say and explain in this painting. Thank you very much.
This artwork named Family, Image of Sarajevo, art of Benedicto Cabrera. For my own opinion about this artwork was referred to all Filipinos that shows how family was so important to this country and how mother deeply loved their children whatever the situation they have or they face. We all know that 90s era Philippines has many conquerors. Therefore, many families struggle how to take care their children of this time because of the war. This artwork of Cabrera also show the sadness and forlooking family who can do nothing but keep quiet. This artwork also shows the condition of the most Filipinos who have nothing in life. We cannot deny that the Philippines is one of the poorest country. Philippines was part of third world country that we know nowadays. But we're thankful to those Filipinos for doing everything to make a name, not for our country, but all over the world to show our skills or talent. We know that Cabrera started his career when he was in London.
The painting created on 1973 and its medium is acrylic paper with a size of 70.8 by 56 centimeters, 27.9 by 22 inches. The painting depicts the ancient leaders of the church, which is friars. Friars are a religious group who travel to preach, teach, to care, to heal, and to give food and help. Friars was founded in the late 13th century by Saint Francis of Assisi, and their official Latin name is the Ordo Fraternum Minorum. Friars are called brothers too. The English term friar is derived from the Norman French fiere, which means brother. Friars are called to lead the evangelical councils. Friars are all male members of only 4 orders: Dominicans, Franciscans, Carmelites, and Augustinians. Friars are still active today.
The painting, Mother and Child by Benedicto Cabrera. The picture shows how mother loved her child. The child is the woman's happiness through the color blend in the art. It is almost yellow that represents happiness. It shows how mother do anything for her child. Mother are considered as a superheroes in one's life. A mother who willing to sacrifice even her life for the better future of her child. Mother and child painting portray the reality of being a mother, even though how difficult life is. She is the one always there, not only to good care and give love, but also the soldier that protect her child and every time from the world that full of challenges. Even though they are in the downside, face the world, and even though they only have a poor status in life. A mother never stopped to foster her child. A mother virtually endless. A mother is a protector, disciplinarian, and friend. A mother is selfless,
loving human who most sacrifice many of their wants in need for the ones in need of their children. A mother works hard to make sure their children equipped with the knowledge, skills, and ability to make it a competent human being. It fully sends message of mother knows best.
So I will start my discussion about the painting Soldiers with Shades, also painted by Sir Benedicto Cabrera, a Filipino painter. So I'll start discussing my interpretation of one of his paintings. I'll start with the scarf on his back first. I am not sure if it is a scarf, but in our flag as a Filipino, when blue stripe for peace, truth and justice, and a horizontal red stripe for patriotism and valor. So maybe with the red scarf on his back, he will lead the war with his soldier. On the face of the soldier judging us now, I just noticed because he seemed to be frowning because his forehead was wrinkled. The shades are probably why he wears that, because he has a rank as a soldier. But I do not base the rank on the shades. I also noticed because there is something written on his shoulder that called Bara. Bara in Filipino term. Maybe he is a leader or maybe even a general. Of course, his uniform still has the button closed and he has a bara on his shoulder. He obviously has a position in government during his time. Maybe he is a good and strict leader because of his hand on his waist. And he even has a sword attached to his uniform.
If we look at in the picture, the family are tied together. Our families contribute a lot our health and society. The family is the one of the most important branches of society. It plays a big role. First, our parents are our teacher. They teach us how to write and speak, and they also teach us proper manner. The family an impact on each other, change an emotional state. For example, if our parents are always absent, there is a high probability that we will be lost because no one gives a proper guidance. If our parents are there, we have something to tell our society and they can guide us properly. Family provide protection and safety in their children. It is only right that everyone in the family love each other. The family takes care and next leader who will run our country in the future.
Isabel by Benedicto Cabrera. Isabel is a major subject that triggers through Bencab words through the decades. Inspired by a real-life scavenger, he photographed and sketched in 1965. The Isabel image has become the artist's vehicle for the transmission of intensely emotional moods. It is beautifully situated at the Bencab Museum in Baguio City, Philippines. And according to Bencab Museum, Isabel is a symbol of dislocation, despair, and isolation. The personification of human dignity threatened by circumstances. Isabel is not the only element of Bencab's personal interest that permits his art.
This painting symbolizes the typical Filipino man having a simple lifestyle. It shows that Filipinos can be happy with what they have and be contented, that no matter how challenging life is, how many trials occur, they will keep going and continue with their lives. This painting portrays and sends a lot of message to all. It also shows how to stay humble despite of everything you've become. That no matter how successful the man, as we can see on the painting, we can say that he, someone who is close to being successful, but still have his feet on the ground, which shows that we, Filipinos, are naturally humble.
One of his mate he paint the dirt in the eye, and it is made of acrylic on handmade paper. Based on my opinion, the dirt symbolizes the unseen things in her eyes that make her discouraged of the things in this world. Her eyes is the way to know and learn things. But in the artwork, interpretation, her right eye cannot see, but there's a one who can see the beauty of the world despite of her disability.
Serizan by Benedict Cabrera. The picture shows a man who is brave, loving son, country-loving, a great doctor, a genius, and a hero whose heart in the town where he was born. He is Dr. Jose Rizal, a hero who did not hesitate to fight and defend for the country against foreign invaders when his intellect and courage laid down his life for us Filipinos. And as a Filipino, we need to recognize or remember the heroic deeds of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, so that we are not oppressed by anyone who tries to seize our country of birth. Let us not betray our people and hold fast to the words that Rizal said, ang sinumang hindi magmahal sa sariling wika ay higit pa sa isang malansang isda. Let's keep our love for everyone. Let's promote humanity and let's love our country we live and our next generation. We also experience a country that loaded by peace and love.
In 2001, Benedicto Reyes Cabrera's artwork was The Young Vendor. This artwork of Bencab is all about the poor family and those children working at their young age. Many Filipino children are working instead of going in school to learn. They work early because of the financial problem.
Beautiful women. This paint is made by Benedicto Cabrera. Imagine if you see a beautiful young woman, perhaps the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. Her hair is a light blonde color. It almost reminds you of the color of a sunbeam as it passes through a window. As you look at her hair, you notice the way the light catches in it shimmers as it flows with her every move. Her eyes are drawn to the fact that their hair is very lengthy, reaching down to the middle of her torso. So long, in fact,
pierces the small of her back. When you run your fingers through her hair, it feels as though you are touching some of the finest silken fabric, even woven.
The Crisis in Humanity, also known as Heads, a 2017 artwork of Benedicto Cabrera, also known as Bencab. At first glance, a gaily colored artwork portrays itself as a wall strewn of what seems to be dead masks, evocative of over 8,000 extrajudicial killings perpetrated under the current Duterte regime.
As you all witness the glorious paintings of Benedicto Cabrera. Now, we all know why Bencab was awarded as a National Artist of the Philippines for visual arts. His works interpret the lifestyle of every Filipinos here in our country. We hope that those paintings of Benedicto Cabrera inspire you to love and care for our own culture. Once again, we are so thankful and grateful for joining us today in our exhibit. We hope that the messages speak not only verbally, but also within our hearts. So once again, mabuhay ang kultura